did StreamYard do that? I guess. Hey y'all, welcome back to another Thursday of Ooh Ladies First. We're gonna start right here. We have our second live show coming up in Atlanta, Georgia, September 26, 2026. If you have not gotten your ticket yet, go ahead and get your ticket. Stay ready so you do not have to get ready because you don't know what we got going on this time around. So we do not want y'all to miss the show. The link is in the description box, or you can follow us on social media everywhere to find the link to the show, all of our personal pages. I know a couple of people already got their tickets in the comments. Let them know if you got them. Ladies, are y'all ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo!
Get into it.
What's up?
We done had a whole pre-show before the show. Oh my! I was so tempted to just like, let me press start. Let me press start real quick. But then I had to remember that this was gonna be a podcast, and somebody listening on the podcast would be like, "Huh? Wait, why are we starting the show?
Mm-hmm.
What y'all drinking on tonight?"
I got a 7 brew drink that I didn't finish earlier.
Wow, nobody's on the liquor tonight.
No.
Y'all know I ain't never on no liquor for real.
And lately I've been on it too much, and I'm probably gonna drink tomorrow. So that's why, because it's like everything you go to is a bar or like everything is a drink out here. And then next week it's like Tales in the City, like Tales of the Cocktails or whatever. It comes like it's like a thing. They do all of these seminars really for bartenders, but they have some of the most cutest events around different, alcohol companies and stuff like that. And they do cute shit. And I covered it at the news station one year. And ever since then, if I can try to get tickets to stuff, I go. Because it's just, it's just really cute. And for some reason, I'm cool with a lot of bartenders. I don't know what that's. I'm really not an alcoholic, y'all. Okay, I might have 1, maybe 2 drinks. That should not make me an alcoholic. Okay.
You just be having 2 drinks when you go out.
I'm being facetious.
Okay?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in general, 4 tops.
Yeah. What has happened to me recently? I recently have, I would say I'm about 95% retired from margaritas. They used to be all I like to drink. Now it's flat out ranch water, dirty martini. The martinis, I mean, not the martinis, the margaritas be having too much of that processed sugar. It'd be real syrupy,
Okay.
I feel like that's the stuff that make me sick. So I'll get a margarita if it's like a really clean, bougie, like you got a nice bartender in there.
Juice. Everything needs to taste like juice.
No, I don't like juice. I like it to taste like liquor.
I'm talking about the consistency. That's what you said when you meant like syrupy. To me, drinks are like too
refreshing, like an agua fresca.
Yeah, like when I say juice, I'm even talking about my dirty martinis. Like I hate when that's too like thick or syrupy. I need that shit to be olive juice, bitch. I need, you know what I mean? Like, oh my God, like, bitch, pickle juice me. All right, I need this to have the brine.
Good. I want to pickle.
I try like the ranch water. I haven't tried that before.
Yeah,
that sounds fire.
Right? Now it's on my mind. I'm gonna have to find somebody to make this. I need a pickle juice martini. Okay.
And
pickle. Wait.
That's what I'm saying. That sounds fire. Right.
I love some pickle juice.
I've had a pickleback tequila. Have y'all had pickleback tequila shot?
I think I have. But don't quote.
You said martini? For the pickle juice,
like instead of a dirty martini that's done with like olive juice brine, pickle juice brine.
Okay,
I might have to go make that. I don't think I can. The liquor store closed in 10 minutes. Can't even order it.
Damn. I hate that you can't order liquor as easy, bro. That shit aggravating. Like,
no, just wait till they start doing Amazon drone for the liquor. But. All right, let's get into our first topic. We're going to break the ice with just something a little bit opinionated. So I was scrolling on TikTok like I always do, and I came across this post, and it says, point of view, a child from your donated egg contacts you. So text says, hey, so I don't mean to bother you, but I think you may be my biological mom. My mom revealed this information to me. And I was wondering if you wanted to do a DNA test and possibly get to know me and build a relationship as your daughter. I think I look so much like you. I've always felt empty and disconnected from my mom, and I didn't know why. The egg donor responds and says, "Hi, I'm going to be very direct with you. This is a major breach of privacy. Egg donation is a confidential, anonymous business transaction. I signed away my parental rights 19 years ago. I am not your mother, and I do not have the space or desire to build a relationship with a stranger. Please contact the clinic or agency your parents used, and please do not contact me again." So, what stopped me when I was scrolling on TikTok was, the egg donor, whatever, contacts you or whatever. And when I was in college, I used to see signs for egg donors all the time. I low-key thought about doing that shit, but I never did. So when I read that, I was like, damn, is she wrong? Is she the asshole for that?
I don't really think she is. She said, I'm going to be very direct with you. I mean, she's not wrong. Like, I signed but she signed a confidentiality agreement for a reason. So you reaching out to her, it's like, I was trying to avoid this very situation here. And here you come. Like, let me be direct with you, baby. Don't do this shit again. Don't do that no more. I hate to. I'm on her side.
Look at this.
Because that lady probably got about 10 kids of her own. Do not come around here.
Listen, I'm not gonna say I'm on her side.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely feel like I'm not even gonna say that's fair. She's not wrong. That's what I'll say. She's not wrong. But I also feel like that's such a fucked up situation. And I also don't feel like the child is wrong for being like curious and interested. And I also feel like when you really think about it, there should be some pause when it comes to donating your shit like that. Like, because at the end of the day, somebody might come looking for you, because no matter how you slice it, your DNA made that person. So
I was confused. How does that, for whatever reason, I thought, I don't know how this works, so I'm gonna sound crazy. What Kiki Palmer saying? I may sound ridiculous. I may sound ridiculous, but I thought that the egg still was just a carrier for the DNA of the other people. Or is it like the woman but the person who has the egg?
I think it depends, right? I think it depends on whatever the situation is. This sounds like you might have actually like given your eggs. And I mean, that's your eggs.
Because I didn't think that you end up looking like the egg donor. I thought that.
Yeah. I mean, don't we pass down matrilineal DNA through the eggs?
Yeah, I guess that's right.
Like,
so basically her mother was like her surrogate, essentially.
Kinda.
The girls.
But I wonder how that works with like the blood and stuff, like the umbilical cord and you needing access.
It's just a fucked up situation. It's just a really fucked up situation. Because
it's her DNA.
She's not wrong. But I also feel like maybe, I don't know if we should be like doing shit like that. Like, I don't know, because I just feel like that's fucked up. Because, like,
I hear that, but then you also got to take into consideration the mama that wanted the child and she couldn't have none.
That's what.
So she needed the egg, and that lady was willing to give her a part of her.
And I feel like we should be questioning if people should be doing shit like that. Maybe you should adopt. Or maybe you should just listen to the Lord. I don't know.
No, you're not wrong. I agree with you. Maybe you should adopt, but I also feel like the kid, I'm kind of with the lady. I wish that she didn't hit her up, because I feel like this kid is young and you're not necessarily related to people who are all on adopted. Like, what do you mean you never felt connected to your mama if your mama really your mama carried you for 9 months and your mama birthed you and raised you? So it, like, how sometimes kids
don't have kids for good reason sometimes.
Right. So I don't think that, I think the kid is trying to cling to something and it's like, this is the reason why. which is even, I don't know.
I think it was nice for the child to DM her versus showing up on her doorstep, but I still stand with the response from the mom, because when you reach out to people, you have to consider the possibility that this is how it's gonna go. It's just like asking a question. The answer gonna be yes, it's gonna be no. You gotta understand, when you reach out, they might be rude. And actually, I feel like her directness was much better than what it could have been.
Really?
So yeah, I feel like she could have been like really been on some going off type of stuff.
I mean, that is fair. She said,
I wonder if she could even try to sue the damn lady for even telling her. Because see, that's who the biggest issue is with the biological mom. Like, yeah, you want to let them know, but how did she find out that you were the donor?
Right.
That is such a violation. She probably could get sued, right?
Yeah, she says breach of privacy. So whatever clinic she used to sell her eggs to.
It could be, because I heard at one point, another story similar. And I was about to say, like, your agreement is with the parents, not with the child, because the child
the parents don't know who you are.
They don't?
So what you're saying stands valid for like an adoption. But like for the egg donation, I thought they show up to the clinic, they pick the people out of a catalog.
Yes, okay.
But they don't necessarily know, like, this is Bobby Joe, and Bobby Joe works here, there, and there.
It's like that movie with Whoopi Goldberg and Ted Danson and Nia Long. What's the fuck? Made in America? Y'all ain't never seen that movie?
Whoopi was her mom, right?
Yeah, and she did a sperm donor, and it was Ted Danson, and so, but she had to go and do some illegal shit to find that nigga. Like,
somebody just said it could be 23andMe. I've heard of that.
Oh,
yeah, she could have did a DNA.
A lot of people have been getting exposed from that.
Ooh,
but how do you know for sure that is your mom though?
If if she put her DNA in 23andMe, or a family member of hers put their DNA in 20, like, it could have been a male family member.
She said she looked like her. She said, I feel like I look just like you.
Damn,
probably do look just like her.
That's heartbreaking. I couldn't imagine if my mama didn't want me. That I always say,
but she got a mama though. That's the thing.
She got a mama. That's the thing. Yes.
But like, I think I'm gonna be real. I do feel like it's different from when you know you was in somebody's body. Like, I don't know.
She was in her mama body.
I'm on the floor.
She was in her mama body too, though. That's the thing.
Oh, you're right. I forgot. I keep thinking she was a surrogate. I keep thinking surrogacy. My bad, y'all. I'm sorry.
More connected.
This is confusing.
The mama that carried her, because the mama actually, like, sustained the life and birthed the life.
Did she though? Because she could have still been through surrogacy. I want,
that's possible.
That. Like, outside of her eggs,
mom, she could have
all kind of ways fucked. I don't know. All I know is people keep it to yourself.
Like,
you don't want nobody rolling up on you, then you need to keep your eggs to your motherfucker. Do you hear me? Go
ahead. If you would have kept your goddamn eggs.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't donate my eggs. I ain't know.
Because I feel like it's just, it's fucked up, bro. I don't know what to think. I don't know what's going on. Is it the egg? Is it the body? Is it bitch? I don't know.
You see, I'm confused. You see, I was like, is it the DNA or is it like a blank egg? And then they inject it. I don't fucking know.
The fact that we all got eggs and sitting up here confused as fuck.
This is the
well, shit. We ain't selling our eggs. We don't know.
No, for real. Like, listen, I went anywhere to ask them, hey, y'all think y'all want to take these out? I have never had that conversation. So
no, but they was getting like
ignorance.
I think people were getting paid like $10,000 an egg. Like, you literally like back when I was in college, people was making at least $10,000 an egg. It was people who was paying their way through college, just selling eggs. I'm
just like men that was doing the sperm. I wonder what they got paid to like get a sperm. Cause I feel like this been going on for the longest.
Box of pizza,
$50, $60, maybe.
Oh hell no,
no, for real.
$1,500. Crazy.
Okay, let me read this from Roots. Thank you for the super chat. It says, finally caught alive, but I'm at work and I will be a part of the replay crew just in case I miss something. Love y'all. And then shout out to California Cutie. She sent a cash out. We appreciate the support, y'all.
Girl, we know we don't get no extra eggs. We know who. Now we ain't dumb.
I literally was just talking about eggs today. Did y'all know that? Oh, the same comment. You're born with
Yeah.
all of your eggs, and all the eggs that you have are the same eggs that your mother had and that your
Yes.
mother's mother had.
Yes.
So if you, I think, like as a woman,
I don't want my grandma eggs.
matrilineal.
My grandma had too many kids.
It's called matrilineal
well,
DNA.
you were one of your grandma's eggs, so you just barely made the cut to this generation. Ain't that
Oh,
crazy?
damn.
Like you could have been your mama's sister, essentially, or you
Good
could have been
night.
your mama, and your mama could have been you.
That's
This is a
fine.
documentary.
But you know what I think? I think that that's evidence that, I mean, that's just my opinion. Evidence that we do have multiple lives.
Yes.
Because I do believe that our souls circle each other in different forms, in different lives. That's, you know, I'm going to just say that that's what I feel. Or I don't know for sure.
That's
but
the way I feel about it too.
Yeah, I've been thinking that as well. I forgot what they call it. You know, when you go back, and this is slightly different, but the same. You know, when you see like old images that look like people today.
Yes.
I forgot what they call that, but
I mean,
believe in that too.
reincarnation to me.
Yeah.
Did
Like,
y'all
you just-
see?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to jump ahead. Well, might as well. Did y'all see the side by side image of Nolan Wells' mom with Emmett Till mama?
No.
Don't show me.
They look like the same person.
And y'all
let me
know history is repeating itself right now.
Yeah, I gotta find the video.
This is crazy.
Let me
We
go
keep
through.
going through the same thing over and over again in different ways, but it's the same thing over and over again. That's why
Ooh, I see
Groundhog
it.
Day, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit.
Groundhog Day?
Yeah, the Groundhog Day is like a movie about you repeating the same day over and over again. And movies like that always kind of freak me out because the idea of getting stuck in the same day over and over again gives me some fear. And the older I get, the more I feel like, yeah, that might be a reasonable fear to have because going through the same shit over and over and over again, I don't know. It just feels very depressing.
Yeah, that's what.
Oh wow. There was a
Look at this.
Disney movie like this about a teenager. I used to always wonder what was the name of that movie.
Don't his mama look like her?
I never seen Groundhog Day, but it was, I guess, kind of like this one.
Don't they look very similar?
Yes, they look very similar. That's fucking creepy.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
I do.
I am tired. I am tired.
They look very similar. I saw that earlier today. I was like, oh my goodness, I can't. Okay. Before, I did want to talk about that a little bit, but not too much. I really just want to use that as a segue. So I wanted to talk to y'all about Luenell popping up on Dede in the morning and wanted to get y'all's thoughts on this conversation.
Okay.
We can't hear it.
Oh, you can't hear it? Let me try again.
So I have this thing that I do when I'm on my way to the station. I be listening, right? And so one of y'all said, "What's going on this weekend?" And it was T.I., and all this. And nobody mentioned me, and I'm on my way here. 6 o'clock in the morning.
No.
T.I.'s not down there.
Okay.
I'm on my way here.
You know what? You're
You
right.
guys didn't even mention me.
Okay.
Sure.
Well, probably because you know why?
Probably because what?
You getting ready to take over the whole hour.
Yeah.
That's
We
what
don't
you
need
say.
we don't need no one mention.
No, but why wouldn't you have said that I'm here? I'm on my way here.
Yeah.
It's 6 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in my body from the West Coast.
Yeah.
I'm the one who came and sitting in the traffic. You think I wasn't listening before I got here?
Oh, I don't know.
Why would you guys not mention that I'm in town and
Well,
on my way here?
I feel like it would be a better conversation if we had it with you, though.
Is that what you feel?
Yeah.
So does this feel better?
Yes.
It doesn't now.
It
don't.
Right, it doesn't.
Yeah, it don't now, but it
I
could
had a
have.
whole new, different attitude.
Yeah.
Until I listened to y'all say, They said, what's going on this weekend?
Sure.
And nobody said, well, Luenell's on her way here.
Yeah.
And she's going on this weekend.
Yeah.
So
We apologize for that. Lunell, we apologize for that.
I'll accept your apology, but it sucks.
I know it does, but guess what else is getting ready to go down? So we're going to do this interview right here with you, and it's going to play here in Dallas. And then
nobody said you bra strapped showing Luenell and that.
I was about to say
mine
this.
is.
I didn't know.
Y'all just don't care. Huh?
So, but let me just say this.
Great.
We will definitely make sure you're promoted all weekend long for our rest of our 90 cities around the country.
I must have paid for the
He didn't pay for no
ad, right? Oh, but he didn't pay.
No.
Like I didn't pay.
Right.
But I'm here at 6 and 1 T. I ain't here.
I know.
No.
Yeah. But he was here yesterday. Okay, I'm lying. But listen, Luenell. All right, let's talk about you. Let's talk about what's going on with you. First of all, I mean, you're happy you're in a relationship, right?
Is that what we're talking about this morning?
I'm just gonna talk about what you want to talk about.
Yeah, whatever you want to talk about.
I'll tell you what we're gonna do.
What you want to talk
the
about?
shows that I'm here to promote.
I'm sorry.
I would really like to talk about the shows.
Okay, I'll tell you what. We'll give you the floor. You go right on ahead and promote.
I just want to do my job. My job was to come here and talk about the shows this weekend.
Yeah.
And I've already done one.
Okay.
All right.
Which was last night.
How'd it go?
It went amazing.
Cool.
They always show up from here in Texas.
Yes,
and I got family here. They could be here in 5 minutes. If I said that.
Not the threat.
Yeah.
Did.
We all got family here. Yeah, we stay here.
I got family in the room.
No,
I got family in the room.
I do too.
No, we not
That's the
doing
thing.
that. We not
Yeah,
doing
we
that.
all got family. We from here.
Okay, Luenell.
Yeah.
We're not doing that.
So I have this thing that I do when I'm.
So yeah.
First of all, as somebody that worked in the news, it's actually bad producing that y'all were not teasing her before she came up there. That y'all should have been teasing her yesterday, and y'all should have been teasing her before she got there. So number one is it's bad producing. Number one. Number two, she was going on, and she did come out and apologize and say it was early in the morning. But I feel like the dude and Dede just a tad bit were not as apologetic as I would have liked for them to be. Dede was acting like she was apologetic, but then the first question you go to ask her is about, is she happy because she has a man now?
Right. That was a crazy ass question. You happy you in a relationship, right? Like you ain't never got no man with your single ass. That's something for you to be happy. You better be happy. Let's change the subject.
And because she's with Al B. Shore right now, and everybody acts like they ain't never seen a bitch with a fine man or something like that. I had to pull up old pictures of Luenell because I don't like how y'all acting like that lady ain't never had no dick before. That was wild. Like they talking to her like, oh, you should be happy now, right? Like perk up. You have a man now. Like, girl, who the fuck are you talking to? Like, to me, they were doing a lot of shit that was a problem. I also didn't like the way whoever that man was, who was like, we got family, her. Like, nigga, how old are you?
You said her.
Yeah, I agree.
That just
I think they were very
you with your
disrespectful.
Louisiana accent due to the her.
That's what I heard. Okay.
I felt like that her. Ooh, what was you saying, Jamie?
Nah, I was just agreeing with Bondi. I think they were very disrespectful. I think when she first started talking about the gripe that she had, I didn't really like the and yeah, it was just like the ad-libbing that they were giving that made me feel like they weren't really listening to what she said. And I feel like an apology definitely should have came. I think they said sorry. Oh yeah, we sorry. I think it was like a passive apology, but they definitely should have like been more direct in that apology. And I agree with Bondi. If they didn't tease her the day before, they definitely should have teased her leading up to that interview. Like, you're going to announce that she's coming to the station to interview with y'all. So why would you not announce that she's in town because of a show she had last night? She has another one coming up. She'll be here in the studio. Like, I'm so confused as to why y'all didn't do that. And the guy, that he really got it. When she was like, I have family that could be here in 5 minutes. And of course you could tell she joking, but he like, we got people here too. It's like, hey man, I wanted her to really say something to him though. Like, hey, shut your bitch. Shut the fuck. Nigga.
Was she joking though? I
feel like she was.
Because it came off of, yes, it was a good show. People love me out here. I had family out here. That was like a natural progression. And then, and I can have them come out here if I need them to. You know what I mean? To me,
right.
So I agree with y'all. They absolutely should have been teasing her before the show, like it just very much gave they wasn't excited to talk to her. They didn't really care about having her on the show because if you was, you would have naturally teased it. It just makes perfect sense. And to Bonnie's point, the production standpoint of it all. But to me, it's like, even though Dede was being an asshole, she did try to joke. Luenell tried to joke about the bra strap, and Luenell shut down all their attempts to move forward in laughter. So at that point in which you joking about having family that's gonna pull up, that's a threat. That's a threat. So I kind of feel some type of way about that. I'm not gonna lie. I feel some type of way about, oh, I got family to be here in 5 minutes. Hee hee ha ha. Are we joking or are we not?
The only reason I feel like it wasn't really out of I'm threatening y'all, but more so I feel like I need to let y'all know I have people with me, because the way they're all kind of ganging up as she's having this conversation, that's what I feel like she's actually like feeling. I don't think it was like a genuine threat. I think it was hey, don't think I'm here by myself, because it is just her talking to all of them. It sounds like it's at least 3 of them. And it did. I don't know. I feel like she probably felt.
I don't even think they was ganging up on her. That's the thing. I feel like you can very much acknowledge that they was being unprofessional, but they apologized, and part of their show is to entertain. They wanted to move forward in laughter. Luenell was very serious on like, no, I don't like this shit. I'm gonna check y'all, even at the point in which they said they was wrong. So to me, I guess you just can't play with me, because I felt him when he said, shit, we from here. Like, I got family here too. I felt him on that. Like, don't ever say no shit like that to me. Cause every joke is 10% truth. It just came off very passive aggressive. And I felt like there were other attempts in the conversation to move forward in which she didn't want to.
I feel like it was, I mean, she was getting her shit off. Like, I don't really think she spent that much time really going in, but she was expressing it, and her frustration. And I think that they needed to hear that in that moment, so you know how to handle other people that's coming behind me.
True.
Sitting in this seat. In addition to that, they didn't apologize. Dede apologized. I didn't hear them niggas say nothing. They just jumped in at the end. So I got people too. That's why I'm like, shut up. Because you didn't apologize, but I still feel like she was joking with her having her comedic timing, and she's like, I got this going on. It's just like, for me, when I'm talking about housewives and I throw a joke in there, for me, that's how I saw it. Like, I got my people here in 5 minutes if I want to. But it's nothing to be
to release.
Like, I'm feeling away. Like, because he didn't like being checked by that woman on air. That's really what was going on with him.
So? But the thing was, to me, I read it. He admitted that he was wrong, though, because she said, did you think it was good? He said, we thought it was a good idea, but we know now it's not. I think he was saying, like, to me, it read as like, we thought it was a good idea, but we were wrong. He said that to her.
So what was a good idea?
So she said, you didn't think it was a good idea to... Dede said, we didn't pub you because we was going to give you the whole hour. And Luenell essentially says, well, you thought that was a good idea? And then the first time the dude chimes in, he says, well, we thought it was a good idea, but we know now it wasn't. So
I think it was sincere, though. All of their responses felt like gaslighting to me. Don't act like y'all planned to not talk about her. Y'all just weren't thinking about it because y'all didn't have y'all shit together. And again, we don't want to take accountability for the fact that we didn't have our shit together. So we're going to be slightly appeasing, but I'm going to say something back to you. To me, he was going back and forth with her for every little thing that she said up there. And I also just kind of felt like, you a nigga. You could have let that shit roll off. Like, you could have let it roll off.
For sure, he should have let that roll off. When she said, I got people here, I wouldn't even thought as a man that he would respond to that. But I'm saying, as far as me, like, I guess you can't joke with me. You can't joke with me. Like, because the thing is, like, if we're ever at a point in contention and you feel some type of way, that's never something that I want to laugh about, because people be passive. And then when I'm serious and you get cussed the fuck out, then it's like, oh, well, I was joking. Well, but you can't joke and feel some type of way at the same time. You got to say what you really mean. So it's clear. Like, the passive aggressiveness is unnecessary. I do think both sides was wrong, but I see where both sides was coming from as well.
I'm going to just say this. y'all was all right with it when Baby did it to the Breakfast Club, okay? Because to this day, all three of y'all, okay, nigga, this is not the first time somebody that came up there and checked them radio people. But you know what? At the end of the day, if you think it was a real threat, I respect that. But I didn't think it was like a genuine threat to them. I think it was more so because I could see myself making a joke like that if I felt like I was being pressed a little bit. like, hey, listen, don't think I'm here by myself, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, because for me, I'm just a jokey person like that. So yeah, I am the one that'll be serious and crack a joke at the same time. But bitch, I'm still on your ass a little bit. Like that joke was for me, ho. Like
me too. I get it. I do get it. I ain't gonna lie.
I get.
I understand. I get it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't be doing. We can't joke. We can't joke. If you mad at me, we cannot. Ain't shit funny.
But yeah, what you're saying is so real because so many people really are like that. Like when they mad, like bitch, don't joke with me. Like I'm mad as hell. Like
that's
do
how
not
I was
play with
feeling.
me.
Because I'm like, if you mad, let's hash it out. Like don't joke because that's what people. I feel like people try to test how far they could go by coding shit in a joke. So it's like you not about to hee ha ha talking about we got a family. Like no, we could go there. So
I feel that, but I don't think that's what it was necessary. I think she was actually trying to relieve it a little bit. But and I'm just talking about like in a moment making a joke the way you really. I feel like personally, it feels like you're trying to like let go of the energy a little bit by making the joke.
Yeah,
but
also, I agree with that.
Kind of getting across that, hey, nigga, don't fuck with me. And I really do think it was more so for the nigga. I think she caught how the nigga was having like an answer for everything.
He only said one thing.
No, he didn't.
I thought he said more than one. Maybe it was somebody else in the back because it was other guys.
I was hearing a male voice every time she would say something. Dede would say something, and the nigga would say something. And like it was the like
that's what I was talking about, the ad libbing, the extra, like you're not really actively listening to her checking you because you don't want to be checked.
Yes, it was
probably because you knew you had them listeners.
Yeah, that's cool and everything. Yeah, we could have did that, but we ain't do it. So let's get back to what we was talking about. You and Al be sure, bitch.
Yeah. You happy to be in a relationship with you? Let me not, but yeah.
Well, yeah, this is one of them things where I had a conversation about this earlier, and the person I was talking to agreed with y'all. And I was like, well, shit, I guess I'm just not. It's me.
I promise it's more out there that think that agree with you too.
Mercury is in retrograde. And if you know what I'm saying, if you somebody that be ready to box, it's heightened right now. That's what they said. That's what the people said. That's why I've been cursing everybody out.
Okay. Thank you for the super chat, Brandon.
He says out on Instagram. What?
Hey, ladies in chat, y'all remember to hit the like button.
Okay. For us, please. Thank you.
So now we're going to move on to the topic that we have not been covering on the show, but people always talk about it. I think we talked about it for like 2 seconds, but we're going to put you on game, Bondi. Love Island has finally ended. And like I saw Jamie and other people who review the show saying, y'all are free. Y'all was reviewing that show for 6 weeks. What, 5 nights a week? 5 nights a week, yes.
I think yeah.
Yes. So the winners of the show was Trinity and Bryce. Trinity and Bryce is on the far left. Then you have Melanie and Sincere, toxic ass couple. And Sincere, obviously, you could assume he's a fucking liar because his name is Sincere. And the third couple is Kaden and Zach. Zach, in my opinion, is bisexual. And I think that he prefers men. But to the right, you have Anaya and Carl. And this is where the road split. I didn't like Anaya at all. I didn't like her. I thought in the beginning I would enjoy her, but to me, there was, to be honest with you, of all the final 4 girls, the way the show was produced, they pretty much had the core 4. Them girls weren't going nowhere. They had friendships. Them girls was able to influence gameplay a lot of time that altered the way the show went down. They had Meg Thee Stallion come on the show and stick up for Anaya, in my opinion, unnecessarily. Yeah, I guess Trinity and Bryce was the only people who could have won at that point. To me, like, give it to them. But I don't think that Trinity and Bryce will stay together for a super long time. I think if I had to choose somebody on the show who I liked or could tolerate the most, it would probably be Trinity, besides the fact that she cussed Casey out like a fucking dog because her friend Anaya was embarrassed that he didn't choose her. I'm really disappointed that Anaya and Carl made it to the top 2, and they were produced like hell, and it pissed me off. Even their final date, they had them on a final date. All 4 couples went on a final date. Everybody had intimate conversations throughout the date that they filmed. Anaya and Carl don't really know each other like that. They brought Carl back on the show as a get back. They said America voted for him. They probably did, but he absolutely was a get back because Anaya essentially got dumped and they wanted to keep her on the show.
That's the couple that was to the right of the screen.
To the right.
Yeah,
they wanted to keep her on the show.
I'm telling y'all right now, just looking at it, it looks like when MAGA white men try to act like they're not MAGA and get with a black girl.
Okay, I don't think that Carl is MAGA.
Maybe just a Republican, a Bush Republican. Let me rephrase.
He gives very liberal if you see him on the show. He gives very cool, very nice guy. Now, Anaya to me is the type, to me, she's the type of girl that is highly insecure and probably feels like she has to pander to non-black people in some type of way. She was initially paired with this black boy Casey on the show. And it was weird to me because when he came on the show, he was telling her how beautiful she was for her dark skin and all this stuff. And I was like, okay, this is a gameplay. Like, Anaya never said that she was insecure about her skin. Why are you talking about her skin all the time? This is weird. But then they brought a light-skinned bombshell on the show. Anaya lost her shit. Even when it came to Melanie is this second girl in the couple. When the show first started, Kata, the girl in pink, was not there. So you got these 2 black girls on the outside. Then you got Melanie, who's Dominican, in the middle. Melanie was very much given, I'm in charge of the girls. I'm the cutest one here. She flat out told Anaya, I'm pulling your nigga for a chat to make mine mad. And Anaya co-signed it, chased her all around the villa for the whole show. So Anaya very much puts herself in a place of like inferiority with other people, especially light-skinned people and white people. So when KC left, I felt like he was within his rights to do so. And there were times where he would try to express to her that he was interested in exploring, but he was happy where the relationship was. Anytime he got on the verge of saying, hey, we may need to explore, hey, you know, I'm interested, or hey, I think she's pretty, she would act a complete ass. And you got to keep in mind, this is a game show. He had no choice but to stay with her or to try to ease her because he was going to have to go home if he didn't appease to her acting an ass, right?
Wow.
So I think that a lot of the viewership that clung to Anaya, to me, felt like women who were insecure because they felt like they wasn't pretty enough, or women that were insecure about their skin tone and they felt like having that cosign for a white man was enough to make them feel better. And I also feel like that's what production kind of did with Trinity and Bryce. Like, they did not go through any hardships on the show. I think that they wanted to capitalize on Nicolandria, and just seeing all the discourse online, like the cast was entirely too young. It just was so frustrating to watch. And I felt like everybody's going to be flawed on a reality show, but the way that these women were flawed, and the men as well. I'm not saying the men were perfect by any means, but I have never in my life yelled at a girl like this. I'm so passionate about the women. It was just so sad to see. I could see different things wrong with each of them. But even like with Melanie, I felt for her a little bit, because Sincere kept lying. He kept building these false connections with people. He would say the same thing to every single girl. Melanie basically think they in love. And she would have 5,000 reasons to leave, and she never would. And her family came on a show, told her to leave. She didn't leave. And I felt for her only because I was like, I could see her logic. I understand that logic of being with somebody, they fuck up, you decide to stay. And the first time it's like, okay, fine, you get another chance, right? Then the second time come around and you know, you feel the need to want to hide it because now your decision to stay isn't just, oh, he disappointed me, but now you're going to disappoint yourself as well. So I was hoping that Melanie would come out of that by the end of the show, because you don't know this man like that. It's a game show. You're supposed to date other people, but she has not come out of it. And her deciding to stay with him until the end of the show, and even after her mom told her to leave, makes me very concerned for her, because you're now completely tethered to this man in a way that's going to be detrimental to your future. So,
yikes.
Thank y'all for letting me get that all off.
Yes.
Yes, Bryce and Trinity are the winners. What do y'all think?
Sincere looks. And that's the, I know y'all say KC is a nice man. I'm sorry. KC is a nice man, but he looks like a bush.
KC?
KC is that white man on all the way on the end, right?
No, he's not even on the picture.
KC ain't up here. He didn't make it to the top 4. They sent his ass home because he dumped Anaya.
Oh, that's why I was asking, like, who is this couple on the end, on the very end?
Mm-hmm.
Who is that?
That is Anaya. That's the girl who I told you felt like she need to pander to white folks in the red dress.
Oh, who's the guy?
The guy is Carl. That's the guy.
Casey left her. They brought Carl back to couple up with her.
They said Carl is a nice man, and he not. But his neck, y'all. I'm being judgmental. I'm being stupid. But that neck is so thick, and whenever I see a white man with a thick neck, I just don't have high hopes. Okay, I don't know what that's about. Blame it on football. But the sincere dude, yeah, look at him. He got the catfish face, and he got a ponytail.
He do got a catfish face. You're right.
That's giving problems. You know, black skin men that have black men that have those types of, like, type situations, child, they be the worst. They be such a hard time to deal with, child. He's Asian. He not black.
He's Asian.
No, they're talking about Carl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sincere is Dominican.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. No, it's no black. I Dominican. I know black.
And I'm wondering if he is like Dominican and black or whatever the case is, because they were saying the guy that came to the family day was his stepdad. So I don't know if that's his real dad, his stepdad, but daddy came on there to check the hell out of him and tell him how he was acting was out of line and get himself together. I loved how his daddy came in wrecking shit on him. But real quick, out of these young ladies who I did like Melanie and I did like Anaya. Out of the guys, I found myself liking Carl better than the guys, which is why I was more so leaning towards Anaya and Carl to win the show. But I already knew Trinity and Bryce was going to win the show. We already knew they were going. I already knew that. The way they were setting it up, even before Casa Amor, I felt like they were trying to get him a little bit of the Cordell and Serena storyline of, I wasn't interested in him at first, but he grew on me type shit. And also, I said this before, I'm saying it again for the people that watch the show but didn't see my videos. I think that in my personal, Trinity and Bryce only won the show because they are the first black and white couple to win Love Island USA. They've never had that. It's either been all black, all white, or it's been like a mixed girl with a white guy or some shit like that. But it's never been a pure black woman with a pure white guy. So they didn't get the Nicolandria that they wanted last season. So they got it this year. So it's obvious they were going to get together. I think Bryce is very handsome, though. Awkward, very handsome. And his awkwardness is what made me think that he wasn't that into Trinity. And based on, what Trinity's into, I don't think Bryce is it. I think they found connection, not love, but I think they found a connection in a hopeless place because it wasn't like nobody else was on their radar. Like that. Even when they went to Casa, like nobody was really on them for real. Like Corey may have act like he was interested in Trinity, but he really was more interested in Melanie. So, Anaya is a follower. I clocked that a very long time ago. She's the type of friend that tell you what you want to hear, not what you should hear, and she has to grow with that. I liked Carl. If Carl would have came in much sooner, I would have liked him more. Nisi, you made a great point about the dates and how everybody was having certain conversations, but it seemed like Anaya and Carl, who don't know, well, I can't say they don't know each other that much because they probably were in the villa together for about 2 weeks getting to know each other, something like that. But the fact that they spent most of their time reading a damn book that I fast forward through tells you a lot about the connection. However, I still liked Anaya the most out of all of the ladies.
Really?
And I liked her the most out of all. And I like Melanie too, but because of her dumb decisions, I'm like, Yeah, Trinity is cool, but I ain't really like the attitude at times, the snapping off.
Ooh, she thought she was in charge of the girls.
She really did. And it's like, she's not Serena. She's not Olandria, could never be. She's Trinity. And it's just the energy. I was like, but I liked her at times because she is the friend that will tell you that you don't want to hear. Like, I'm gonna tell you what you should hear. And I can't appreciate that. I feel like with Kata, I don't feel like she always kept it a buck. For real, when it came to her and Zach, I couldn't stand their relationship. The way Kata would be in his face so much and always wanting a kiss, and it's like she wants to live in his skin, and it was annoying me. You just got some skins from this man, and he said, "Hey, would you feel away if I got with another bombshell? If another bombshell came in here and I talked to her after he just finished smashing you? Like, is y'all cool?"
And then joked about saying he loved her, knowing damn well she was already in love with him.
Say that again.
I said he joked, made it a joke, saying that he loved her, knowing damn well she was already in love with him.
Right. But he would do stuff like that. Like, he wanted her to close it off with him much sooner than what she did. When he was like, "Oh, I told the girls that we were closed off," knowing he never said that. So I think he used to drop little things to assess where she is. And also, I think he wanted her to like lock it in much sooner, and she wouldn't. And I also feel like him seeing how that relationship goes, I think that he enjoys having something hang over her head.
Yes,
just
I agree.
like saying we're exclusive but not in a relationship. He knows that you desire that and you want that now, since he didn't get what he wanted in the beginning. So I think he's gonna dangle that. And I was also about to say Trinity 8. I don't care. And see, that's why I like TT, because pipe down, I'm Jamie.
Girl,
pipe down, I'm TT. Like, I love a BIT like that. Like, because you thought you was the big dog, and you the big dog a little piece, but I'm on that same level with you, girl. Because like, who you talking to?
First off, you a little girl.
I loved it. I loved it down. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Then this was another reason why I just didn't believe Bryce and Trinity. That nigga laughed. This girl said, "Pipe down, you a little girl." He over there laughing. Then he made eye contact with his boo Zach and laughed in your face. He didn't even calm you down from getting out your body. Scoot back. Crazy. But you know, that's the people's winner thing.
They're friends at best.
This season was ass. I don't care what nobody says. Okay. This season was straight ass. This is not how, like, the entire production, we didn't get enough bombshells. We didn't get dates. Like, the development of the relationships, I feel like we saw more development with, I hate to say it, Sincere and damn Melanie, and it wasn't even no development, but we just saw more over there, like with that one couple. And
that's why they made it to the top 4. That because they were tweaking the votes in a way to where you were no longer just voting for your favorites. It was like, who do you think is the most compatible? It's like, well, shit, Sincere and Melanie toxic as fuck, but they the most real couple, so I guess they going into the top 4.
And another thing was the votes, right? So when they did that 4-person vote, we've never had to do that ever. That's because KC ironically garnered a fan base, him and TT. And if they would have kept doing the most compatible, TT and KC would have won this show. But it was already set up before Casa for Trinity and Bryce to win this show. You could already tell.
KC and TT should have won the show. And I know I sound crazy. If somebody gonna think I sound crazy as fuck saying it, they should have won the show. They came to the show, they found love, they explored, they stuck up for each other against all odds. They had a real connection. They gonna go home and be together.
Yeah, that's who people started to draw. They drew towards that. And this is how I started to see the change. At one point, when I would look on TikTok, and I know this probably shouldn't be an indicator, but for me it was. When I would look on TikTok and I would see a lot of people in the beginning talking about Trinity and Bryce, I would see 500,000 likes, right? Over time, when people would talk about KC in a supporting manner, I would start seeing 300, 400,000 likes. I said, wait a minute.
All the men start chiming in.
Wait a minute.
He had NBA Twitter. All the men was going up for KC. And I guarantee you, even though I said that I guess I like Trinity, if this show would have went on for 3 more weeks, Trinity would have showed her ass and they would have won. Because it was things that was coming out about Trinity as the show went on. And I'd be like, ugh, girl, I don't like that. Or, ooh, that's not a good look. This got you looking bad. If the show went on 3 more weeks,
she would have been
in the bottom 4.
That's why after movie night, when they got into it and they start and Anaya did what she did to Casey and Trinity was yelling and shit, they started to like scale back on Trinity edits for like the next 2 or 3 days or something like that. And I said, oh yeah, they know who they want their winner to be. They know what they're doing because y'all keep putting that shit out there showing what's going on.
And I also believe
what happened with Kata. They didn't censor Kata. Kata showed herself. They was like, fuck no.
That's how they got Kata to the top 4 because y'all planted that situationship conversation for people to garner sympathy for Kata.
That's not it.
You don't think so?
No. How she got in the top 4 was the votes. When they said vote for your top 4, they met so many people said they were done with the core 4 that they put you in a position to where you have to vote. Even if you just only want to vote for Casey and TT, you can't.
Yeah, you had to vote for all 4.
Choose your other few people. So now also they didn't want to split them damn votes.
Got it. Because it was essentially split.
Those 4 wouldn't have been in there. So they needed y'all to choose. And of course, core 4 together is what chose my top. Boop, 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 boop. But what I also love about Casey and TT leaving when they did, the people wanted to get them out much sooner and y'all didn't. Y'all chance to get them out actually failed. It actually flopped. So, you guys are getting out my villa first chance. Well, guess what? First chance y'all got to get them out. They actually was in the top 4 with the most compatible couples.
And
so then how you turn around, take them out of the final 4 when they was just the most compatible. When Kenzie was in the bottom, Kenzie stayed in the bottom. And and how I know Kata and Zach was 5th place or lower, probably lower than Corbin and Parmita, was because of that damn date they gave them by that swamp in that hard ass bread.
Got her hair blown the fuck out. 4B on top, 2A on the bottom. They didn't give a fuck.
So y'all trying to break these niggas' teeth. What's going on? It was terrible, but y'all saved them to give some of the audience what it is that they wanted. But it's cool because that's what they did last season a bit with Casa Amor. The fans kept talking about Nicolandria, so they concocted a scheme to do what the fans wanted, which was to bring Nicolandria together.
Yes.
They weren't even fully feeling the connection, but they were willing to continue to try and see what it is. If you ask me, I still stand on it. Nicolandria are best friends. They are not in a relationship. I don't care what nobody's talking about.
I just watched her vlog yesterday, and maybe they are best friends. I just watched her vlog yesterday for her birthday, and he came and hung out with her and all her friends, and they slept in a room together.
Besties. Besties.
I think so too. I think so too. But I'm also like, why would you stretch it this far? But anyway, that's it for the Love Island talk for now.
I just have one more thing for the producers that makes
Come on.
Can y'all go back to the season 4 to 5, possibly 6? Go back and watch those shows. Let's go back to that production style. Also, let's remember, everybody not trying to see these young ladies walk around in a fucking bikini all day, every day. Remember, the Islanders used to actually wear clothes on the villa.
Oh, they did. I never watched it then. Last season
they
was
used
the
to
first one I watched.
Clothes. And they get out there, they look cute, they got their clothes on all day. You got to go back and if you want to watch a good season, in my personal, I will go back and watch season 4 with Jeff, Timmy, Zeta, Bria.
I heard people talk about Jeff. They said they stopped casting real niggas after Jeff.
Baby, that nigga walked in there with nothing but his chains on, and he did not code switch at all. I said, bitch, this here. I said, if y'all want to get into a love, now season 3 was good too with Cinco, and Cash, all of that. That was good, and I think it was Trina. But season 4, season 6, get into it.
Okay, we're gonna have to do that then. But so next season, Bondi, we all gotta watch.
I'm gonna watch the next season. I promise.
Come on, it's worth it. It really is worth it. Ooh. Okay, so we're gonna get into the next segment. Let's get into this. Feels so weird, y'all. I feel like we're a full damn circle. We went from only talking about this girl mama to now we talking about Riley. We talking about Riley Burris on Next Gen. I don't want to get flagged for playing the video, but
we can put our
that's what I'm thinking. Okay, let me ground y'all in what happened. So, I don't even know the girl's name. I'm gonna play the audio. I'm gonna play audio. I gotta find it. Cause y'all gotta hear what happened. Riley was on the show and she was drunk. And she says to this girl that, I don't want your drink because you probably have ketamine in your drink. And the girl says, ketamine, what? And Riley pretends like she's, and everybody kind of jumps. And then the girl was like, ooh, look at me straight. And Riley just gives this ominous ass drunk stare. And yeah, that was pretty much it. People was talking about Riley being drunk on the show. And I think the bigger conversation might be around Riley also being the only Black person on the show, outside of the other half Black.
And alert to get their shit off. So I don't know.
If you watch the full episode, I feel like you would feel a little bit more confident in saying she was wrong. So, okay, let me start here. A little bit first season. I watched a little bit of the first season, and the girl in the black hair who she got rid in the black hair because it looked like a wig on. Whatever. But the girl who she kind of booked back at to throw a drink at, they got off on the wrong foot from jump because the girl had said something like, she's just a different type of white girl, not Riley type of people. The girl was saying that when she goes to the bathroom, she don't wash her hands. So she got ready to hug Riley when she was meeting her, and Riley was like, don't touch me. Like, you don't wash your hands, don't touch me. Mm-hmm. So immediately from the word go, they felt like Riley was unfriendly. It was a guy on the show that even used the word aggressive. So in the first season, Riley's crying, basically like, I'm the only Black person on the show. You can't use those words to explain, to describe me and stuff like that. So Ariana, which is Kim's daughter, has kind of had Riley back the entire time. I felt like Ariana had her back just fine during the show. And even the girl from the New Jersey housewife, Gia, her daughter, or I think Gia is the girl's name. I think they did a good job of trying to protect Riley from embarrassing herself in this scene, if you hear the audio. Mm-hmm. So later on at the end of the episode, Riley does apologize. Candy ends up FaceTiming her and was like, tell me what happened. And Riley did the thing that a lot of the Gen Zers do that's going to irk the fuck out of me. And it honestly concerns me as a parent on how this is going to evolve with the younger generation. Mm-hmm. Riley told her mama, Candy said, what happened? Riley said to her, I was triggered. She triggers me. And Candy was like, what does that mean? Tell me what happened. And Riley was like, oh, she just triggers me. And the thing that I'm trying to lean on is like the younger generations, we all have access to the internet, all have access to these great things, but they learn mental health terms and they learn how to escape accountability when it comes to shit. Oh, I didn't hit you up, or oh, I was being a bad friend because I'm depressed, or use your words. Use your words. There's still accountability in everything. So you can't just say somebody triggered you for what? What happened? And she didn't explain that. So she apologizes to the girl. At the end of the episode, she's with Ariana, and she actually gets mad at Ariana and says to Ariana, you didn't have my back. How you just gonna keep letting her, basically like, why'd you let me do that? That's kind of what she says to Ariana, is like, why'd you let me do that? And Ariana was like, what do you mean? Like, I didn't think it was right. I don't think she came at you like that. And she was like, well, she kind of did. And I don't know why y'all keep letting this happen. And Ariana's like, okay, well, I should have stopped you. I'm sorry. Ariana apologizes for the shit that Riley did. And they pretty much leave the conversation at that. Riley's like, I'm not going to victimize myself, which she is. And she says she's wrong. I'm not saying that the girl who she got into it with ain't an asshole, but it seemed like it's a bunch of assholes on the show is what I'm trying to say. And I think that this was just a bad moment for Riley. And I don't think that this show is the best place for her.
Should she do the, what is it? Calabasas Confidential?
That might be even worse. You could tell Riley was insecure because when she was drunk, she said to the girl, you can't afford a Birkin. So I think that Riley feels out of place, like she voiced last season. And I think that in her mind, it's like, yeah, I'm different than y'all, but I got money too, bitch. My mama got more money than you. Like, it was just interesting that came out of nowhere. But
I think
see why, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially when you think about what we know about Riley, right? Like, we know at some point Riley is Candy and Joyce's child, okay? And Block is a dickhead. and Todd comes in, and I feel like it's probably emotionally detached, even though he's pretending not to be. So you don't even really have a real father figure coming in. That's just like we were talking about your mama boyfriend. And again, Joyce. And also, I feel like everybody kind of is negating the fact that it's not just that she's being spoiled or asshole. She's also drinking, which makes me feel like it's something going on that she's trying to dull. And I do feel like it's being in this group, but I also feel like it's what she's going through. I didn't expect for her to say the divorce was difficult for her. When she said the divorce has been kind of difficult for her, not knowing how to feel, and then seeing them be on vacations together, I do feel like there might be some angst that I can't express at home. And if I go out with y'all, I get drunk and then we get in these situations. And so I just pull out all my little asshole shit because I can do that with y'all. I can't do that at home with my mama and, Joyce and them.
Yeah. I think a lot of people feeling like she shouldn't be the only Black person on this show. I get that. I think if anything, she needs a friend on this show. She probably need to bring her own friend, but that person to me doesn't have to necessarily be Black. I would like to see more Black people on the cast, but just because you bring a Black person on the show don't mean they're going to be team you.
That is true, because a lot of them get over and show their ass in another way.
So
I feel like Ariana has been a decent friend to her from what I've seen.
Yeah, it's probably not them. I don't even, because I felt that way too. I felt when I was watching that clip and they were like, Riley, remember you told me to come and get you and make sure you were drinking water? Like, it does feel like she has people there that care for her. And I have heard people say that in general, most of those people in that group do care about Riley. And I think maybe last year has made them want to make sure that she knows it's not that. But I feel like it's the internal things going on with Riley, And like people are saying in the comments, this was going on during all of the Todd shit. And I don't know, like I find that sometimes when you feel like your mama being played and you ain't really know, and then like it could be a feeling like, damn, you really ain't let me know what was going on.
Yeah, I could get that. On top of ain't no telling how she's dealing with it with her siblings and how they're responding to her about the divorce. And she probably feeling like she gotta show up
for them
a certain way when her mom isn't there or something. Ain't no telling how it's affecting.
Shay says when they started filming this, it was November 2025. Her mom announced the divorce during the same time. Yeah, I'll say this. I feel like it's a bunch of things going on and the liquor was bringing it out. But for them to be so young, she is of drinking age. But I think that I don't even think we see the housewives partake in this much alcohol because they've been doing it for so long and they're very poised and they know how to appear on TV. They're still very young.
To hold their liquor. That's another thing. They know how to hold their liquor. When we was going out getting fucked up in our 20s, we was fucked up.
Oof, girl. Don't get me started. Oof.
Listen.
I gotta,
Growing up.
I do not think that this is the environment for Riley. Because just even as a sober person, because all her insecurities came out. So
she looks really good though. You're skinny and your nose job looks great. So there's that. I'm just saying, I know that matters. Like she looks good, it worked out.
Yeah,
I didn't know how that nose was gonna be at first. When she first got that nose job, I was like, I don't know if we should have done this, Riley, but it really has shaped out really nice. They went to a good doctor.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get into some TV talk.
Yes.
Real Housewives of Atlanta. I guess let's get into the Porsha and Shamea of it all. Whose side y'all
on? I see both sides, but I do lean heavily to the Shamea side, as the audience already knew.
I mean, I'm not an asshole, so I'm kind of leaning. I wouldn't say I'm on Shamea's side because I don't like how that sounds. I'm not exactly on Shamea's side, but I'm also definitely seeing Porsha for her works. That's how I would like to describe it. I can see Porsha for her works.
I just love how level-headed and balanced. Like, we all got a little bit of sense over here. Because I had some people ask me, whose side I was on, and I couldn't exactly answer the question because y'all know I don't like Porsha, but I also don't like nobody that can't say it with their chest. And one of the things that I did see on TikTok, it reminded me that I needed to give Shamea a little bit of grace. I think I took y'all, that one scene in her first season really did something to me when she was doing the yoga thing with the ladies and she was like, I told my mama I've been feeling anxious and I got this over my heart and I don't know why. And I was like, but you know why? Because you've been talking shit. You've been talking shit. You telling your mama you don't know why your heart feel anxious as a prey because you've been talking to everybody but Porsha. That really did something to me. But I was on TikTok and somebody put together a compilation of all the interactions with Porsha and Shamea since she's been on the show. And after that scene, Shamea did sit down to Porsha and she did apologize to not coming to her first. And she did reiterate everything that she had told everybody else. So eventually Shamea did say it with her chest. So at that point in time, you would think that they would have been able to move on. But they couldn't because Porsha never wanted her on the show. So I feel the same way. I think I'm leaning more Shamea, and I can see how Porsha is manipulating the group. I do not think that Shamea mama tried to fuck her brother-in-law, or her daddy's. What was it? She said, yeah, her daddy brother. Shamea mama did not try to fuck her daddy brother. Porsha be coming up with that shit on the fly. They even showed a clip, and I don't want to play it because I know they're gonna flag. But they even showed a clip where at the reunion, they go back to the beginning of who brought up the mamas first. Porsha brought up the moms first at the reunion. She said something about your mom bought my mom's daycare. And Shamea said, Porsha, don't go there. I don't want to take it there because that's not where it started. That was the first time somebody had mentioned the mothers. So to me, I believe what Shamea said. When Shamea said, don't take it there, Shamea at her first reunion as a housewife knew that your mama tried to fuck her daddy. So yeah, how do they move forward?
They don't because Porsha can't. To me,
but they on the show together.
I know, and I would love for Porsha to get the fuck over it. I really would. But I don't know if y'all have seen how vindictive Porsha can be. Like, to me, the fact that I have to keep reminding everybody that she lied on Kelly. Like, straight up sat down in the scene, smiling from ear to ear, talking about you fucked a married pastor. Bitch, are you insane? So and then that's the thing. Y'all hoes thought y'all was gonna defend Porsha by putting up all of them old ass clips trying to prove Shamea to be a liar about some shit. And then people really started going back and pulling up shit from season 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and reminding y'all hoes about how Porsha is and how Porsha always has been with Shamea. I also don't like that y'all act like Shamea and Porsha are the same person just because they were friends. Because I feel like if that was the case, Porsha would have more friends. Porsha doesn't have a lot of friends. Shamea has a bunch of friends that she's been friends with for a long time. She's friends with other people that say she's a good friend. Porsha, not so much. They're not exactly the same person. I think it's more so a people pleaser and a narcissistic personality that feeds off of the people pleaser because they like yes men in order to coax their ego. Because they have a very insecure ego. That's why you can't deal with your friend being on the show with you. She was already on the show with you. I don't like that y'all are using that as an actual excuse. I've heard other people talking about Porsha has every right to feel that way. It is her show. No, the fuck she doesn't. It's not her show. It's Bravo's fucking show. It's Andy Cohen's show. It's not her fucking show. First of all. Second of all, it was okay when Shamea was your friend and Shamea was coming on and making Kenya look bad for you. Then it was all good to have Shamea there. It made sense for Shamea to come on as your actual friend. Y'all, and then I think Shamea was trying to show you it could have been y'all against everybody else. And you still decided to give that girl your ass to kiss. So yeah, I don't know what the fuck anybody's talking about. I think they just believe whatever Porsha tells them, and they just want to run with this narrative that Shamea is trying to steal Porsha's spot. And it's just like, girl, no, that lady has been being on this damn show, been having the opportunity to be on the show. And I think the only reason she didn't was for the people that she let run her life, which is her family, her husband, and you, her mean ass friend. Her mean ass friend. Yeah.
The thing that sucks is even in all this, I feel like Shamea is even more frustrated because it's not her and Porsha that's cool. Because now she feel like she losing control of this game. Like, oh, so now you're gonna try to befriend Kelly. So the thing that sucks is I feel like Shamea would have been her friend up until this last episode, when Shamea probably should have been cut her the fuck off completely.
Yeah. I agree in terms of how they move forward. They don't. You continue the show and don't let no bitch run you off of a show. And let it run its course, because most of the women that don't like each other, eventually they find their way back and they're cool with each other. Again, in my personal, also with the whole, I do believe Shamea when she says that Porsha told her, this is my show, you got your things, you do this, you do that, this is my show, I'm the star of the show. Listen, if you the star and you that girl in this show, it's gonna be your show whether she on it or she not. Why are you making your identity on the show based on your friend coming onto the show? That doesn't make sense. That lends to jealousy in my personal type of thing. It lends itself to competition. You've been in silent competition with your friend. Like, it's weird to me. There is space for everybody in this entertainment groove, even if your friend comes on your show. But it was cool when she was on the show, because I know her fans gonna be like, oh, Jamie, but she had her on the show. It wasn't that. Yeah, when she was considered a quote unquote understudy, when she was back there, a background singer, when she was a friend of, she didn't get that much story time. Now she gonna be on equal playing field. Now, granted, I do agree that part of it for Porsha could have been that it's going to interfere with our friendship, because it's not a single woman that I've been on the show with that I haven't bumped heads with. But since you're so click tight with Giselle, maybe she could give you some pointers on riding with your friend and y'all not turning on each other. Maybe that was something y'all could have sat down and discussed in the very beginning. But also, these two weren't really getting along that well for real right before the show started anyway. So they was already kind of like on rocky road. And Shamea did her damnness to try to ride for Porsha. The only fuck up you had was sharing minute information with other people about your friendship and giving them the space to create additional narratives that they wanted to take back to Porsha, instead of you going straight to Porsha to begin with. And that's kind of where you messed up. And I do think that the Kelly of it all did get to her a bit, because it's like, BIT, you mean to tell me that you out here forgiving all these people, but I'm your friend that's been here for you the longest? And you mean to tell me that you can't hear me out, you can't forgive me, you can't even talk to me? Because pay attention, they haven't even had a sit down one-on-one this entire season. With the drama that's happened off the season, why they didn't have this no sit down one-on-one? I feel like one of them, more so Porsha, was like, I'm not doing this shit, I'm not having no one-on-one. Which is why Shamea sat at that table and she got off all the shit that she said she didn't really want to get at. But I don't think she wanted to do it in front of everybody, but I think she definitely wanted to have a conversation with Porsha. But Shamea, this probably was the best thing for you, because when you did have a sit down with Porsha last season, she was dismissive as fuck.
Yes,
she wasn't really into what you did. She don't want to be. She's not trying to be corrected. Another thing I didn't like was Porsha sitting up there trying to paint Shamea as like this horrible, terrible person. You need to be this terrible person to feel better about the shit that you're on. Yeah. Hey, Michelle, I'm on your ass a bit too, because why the fuck you call this lady a monster?
Oh, what?
No, like, that's weird.
But that's where Porsha wanted them to go. When Shamea left the table, I was in utter disgust, because this is what the fuck I've been trying to tell y'all about how people move. They just coincide in whatever the fuck Porsha lay out. Porsha could say the sky is blue, or not blue, purple.
Purple.
And she gonna say, and everybody gonna say it's purple. Like, Porsha started preaching because she knew the shit that she said sounded stupid as fuck about, oh, your mama tried to fuck your daddy brother or whatever like that. Like, and then Phaedra tried to give Porsha credibility by saying, oh, well, why would she say which one? Right. My mother didn't fuck. You know what the fuck Shamea meant. And they're going to edit that into the show as a joke to try to make us believe that what Phaedra and Porsha is presenting to us. Like, it was so much gaslighting. Then Porsha tried to act like Shamea had a demon on her and was like, I can see it in her soul, until she get that up off of her.
Look at her eyes. I was like, bitch, you the one with the dead eyes.
And they was all going for it. They was all going for it.
I want to add this other portion too. Just this real quick. I just want to highlight, y'all, the show has only been filming for a month and maybe a week or two as we're watching it, right? Shamea bringing up, Porsha waiting until the show. This is how, in my personal, this is one of the things where we say Porsha be fucking with her, but y'all don't be wanting to acknowledge it, right? Porsha waited until the fucking show started. Keep in mind, Porsha had a party. Shamea had some for her husband. Porsha invited Shamea. Shamea did not invite Porsha to the Gerald situation. She invited Dennis, right? Oh, Dennis and Gerald get together with the girls all the time. Remember, she said this to Cynthia. Next thing you know, Shamea is hearing from Dennis that, oh, you don't want Pilar around me and my husband. And then you want to try and paint it up like, oh, you know, at the end, well, when I learned what you said last year, but you just said that shit a few weeks ago that she was like a sister though. When I saw you as a sister, you were a sister, but that changed when I saw the things you said last year. But you just said this a few weeks ago. So which one is it? You just said we only been filming for a month and a half. So for you to turn around after not getting that invite to Gerald's party, but others getting that invite, and you know the reason that he got Dennis got that invite was because he links with Gerald to meet with the kids. Then now you want to come and say, oh, hey, Dennis, I don't want my daughter around him. That's fucking with that lady.
It is very similar to how she threatened Dennis last season.
That's crazy.
About working with Drew, and you better get your shit together, or remember what she said in the car?
Yeah.
And this is another thing I wanted to say about K. Michelle. I think that K. Michelle knew what they were trying to do with Shamea from the very beginning and didn't really like it. But the shit that happened with Shamea mama turned her off in a way that made her feel like, well, maybe I need to back up off of Shamea. Then she said that Shamea only acknowledged Kelly being her friend. So I think that kind of pissed K. Michelle off and made K. Michelle want, she's only said it to Pinky. She didn't say it in front of the other women. When the other women was talking shit, she did say, I don't want to see no woman here be ganged up on. And I did feel like she was the only one, her and Pinky kind of like are the only people that are like, well, wait a minute. Let's, but in that moment, K. Michelle was the only person that said something opposite to what the fuck Porsha was going on and on. I can't stand when she starts evangelizing because it's so bullshitty. Like, bitch, don't evangelize. Don't get that preacher voice shit where you gonna act like you have more of a connection to God and Shamea is the demon and you can see it on her. Bitch, please.
And they was in there talking about, and Drew was really,
and Drew and probably Cynthia. And Cynthia pissed me the fuck off talking about, did she bring it on herself or is everybody picking her?
Right.
There's some things, for sure. And then the thing that blew me was after Cynthia said, did she bring it on herself? Production then edits clips of Shamea getting into it with people, and in which none of the scenes is Shamea bringing shit on herself. In all of the scenes is people starting shit with her or her responding to shit, but they tried to dress it up as though Shamea had the problem. Like, it was literally gaslighting on screen.
I took that different. I took it as production vindicating Shamea, like to show an opposite, kind of like what they did with Angela. I think a few weeks back or something. I don't know what it was that Angela did, but
the first clips were contradicting. Didn't look like it was helping her. The first clip didn't look like it was helping her. But by the time they got to the Angela portion of those set of clips, then it was like, yeah, Shamea ain't did shit to nobody. Why y'all acting like this?
Well,
the majority vindicated her to me because she went outside. Like, they showed the clip of Porsha bringing her up, but then Shamea nipped that in the bud because K. Michelle told him that Shamea didn't tell her shit. So I felt like all the clips vindicated her, really.
The reason why I didn't feel like they did was because it seemed like instead of them showing what other people said to Shamea in all the clips that was lined up, they showed Shamea responding. So it looked like she was the aggressor, which helped out the comment that K. Michelle made by saying she was a monster. And then it also helped out the comment that Pinky made when she said she's fighting everybody. Well, she ain't got no choice because she's here defending herself because y'all are all moving to the beat of Porsha drums. So I felt like that edit was not to help Shamea. If they wanted to help Shamea, they should have showed when everybody tried her ass this season, and they did.
Yes. I think it would have been a better edit. I think they were trying to leave it open for interpretation. That's what that felt like. Because I really did feel like, wait, what the fuck is this? And then as the clips went on and we got to the Angela portion, I was like, oh, I mean, this does prove that she wasn't starting shit. So what are we doing? So I felt like what y'all felt.
Yeah, I'm telling y'all, Porsha is not a good person.
She not, y'all.
Period. And I generally don't like to make comments like this about people that I see on reality TV because I don't know these people in real life.
But my God.
But at some point, you've seen enough. Like the only people who I feel confident in having my opinion on when it comes to that is Giselle. But Giselle's the type of person who I feel like might be a good person in real life. And Porsha. I feel so strongly about Porsha, especially after seeing how she moved on Porsha's Family Matters. I definitely consider her to be a female narcissist.
If y'all have not watched that shit, y'all are not really understanding who this lady is. To watch her go and talk shit in a bathroom and act a fucking fool and then come out and act like ain't nothing happened is the craziest shit you'll ever fucking see. Damn, Jamie, you was about to say something and I feel like yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, for the people that say, y'all give Porsha too much credit, I feel like y'all don't, and that's why y'all don't see the shit that we see.
Yes, that's what I wanted to say. Nene, everybody forgot that Nene said Porsha was the one that stopped her from getting that job on a TV show on Netflix. Y'all remember?
And I thought that was crazy. I thought that was crazy that she said that back then. Yes, because I didn't know. And
now thinking about this shit. It feels like it absolutely probably happened.
It's candy for me though. Back when the season, and I think I mentioned this before, back when Nene was kind of on the outs with the people and she ended up filming later in the season, Candy said Porsha was in the text messages talking about icing out Nene. And it wasn't even her show at the time. So if it wasn't her show at the time and she's rising through the damn ranks and she feel comfortable enough to send a message to the young ladies about icing somebody out or not talking to Nene or whatever the case is, what you think she's going to do over here on a show she feels that is hers?
Yeah, she think it. And that's why I'm so irritated with Cynthia. Cynthia could go because how the fuck do you got so many OG stripes and you still allow Porsha to orchestrate the show the way that she allows it to be orchestrated? You bow down to Porsha bullshit, just letting the bullshit happen. I know you're there just to get a check, but
that's why.
Even the comments that you making are comments that don't make no fucking sense. Not enough comments to really make people think.
Are terrible.
That's
the comments she makes. I'd be like, Cynthia, what the fuck is you talking about?
Cynthia is the most OG of everybody on this cast, and you still come here and sit on Porsha's hip after that lady kicked you in the fucking chest. Oh, opposite. Cynthia kicked Porsha in the fucking chest.
Niggas said Porsha didn't stop Nene. She didn't want to film with her.
That's icing out.
Do you know that's putting a sign, further putting a sign out there about her being difficult to work with? I feel like whatever it was, I feel like it was wrong because you acting like you're gonna be there with this lady for hours. Do you know how many actors film with people they don't like? They get their job done and they move forward.
Make it make sense. Says Cynthia kicked Porsha in the puss.
Yeah, Cynthia kicked Porsha in the puss. Okay,
you're right.
Yes. That's after she had Peter hype her ass up. But
Porsha got on. What's wrong with Porsha? Was always doing shit like putting her hands in people's face, and then when they respond to her, she jump up like you did something to her, like she did to Kelly. She was putting her hand all in Kelly's face. Kelly put her drink in her face. Now you gonna get
and she said, "You better get the drink out of my face."
Like, girl, I need y'all to see Porsha for her works because she's a specific archetype of personality. Listen closely, everybody. I'm about to tell you something you need to know. Whenever there's a woman that is beautiful or good looking and she uses her glamour magic to act like an idiot, okay? Women who play up being dumb, you have to understand they're playing up being dumb so that they can manipulate people. That's a part of their, character, is that I have to play like I'm dumb so that I can get over on everybody because they don't want you to know how fucked up they actually are. So they play dumb. They do a lot of fucked up shit behind the scenes, and they love to do everything either with a smile on their face or what Porsha does when she sits back and squints and gets really quiet. Yeah.
And you're
What
not
about the
gonna tell
Destiny
me
swapping comment that she's gonna make on next week episode?
that
Girl,
pissed me
the
off.
projection.
Yes, and that's another tactic to try to
Yes.
manipulate the situation. Like, oh, she's just been jealous of me the whole time. And it's like,
Yes.
damn, that's where we go. Like, you just start latching onto theories instead of really. This is the one thing I can say. When Shamea came to Porsha with the issues in a friendship, Shamea had specific instances. She said what she did wrong. She said how Porsha made her feel some type of way and when. Porsha has never responded to Shamea with like factual context of like a specific situation. Porsha has always gaslit or talked about something else or yawned or dismissed her. Porsha's not even having a conversation about it because she knows she's wrong. And the other thing I was gonna say is I do think Shamea telling the truth. You're not gonna tell me that what's Porsha mama name?
Diane?
You're not gonna tell me Miss Diane didn't try to fuck that lady husband, and then your daughter come on the show, and you think that one, you can get with Fallon, man, you can get with Simon for sport, and then two, you come back on the show and tell Angela, be quiet before I fuck your husband. If you think that that is a logical threat, it's in you, not on you.
Okay.
Do y'all think it's possible that the husband could have lied on her mom?
Yeah, it's possible, but I don't think that's the case.
I saw pictures of them two hoes, and I'm talking about both of their mamas. I saw pictures of them two hoes.
Look at this comment, y'all. Look at this comment.
She Destiny swapped with Nene. Ooh, do y'all remember the hug? Do y'all remember the hug?
It's been so hard without you.
The doubt back then. I gave her the benefit of the doubt.
Without you. This is my big sis.
That was the moment. That was the Destiny swap moment right then. Y'all, that is creepy. That's a I'ma be your little sis. I want to know everything you know. And then I kick you out your spot with my foot on your back. Bitches is snakes for no reason. Just for no reason.
You and your mama are low down snakes. No, you and your mama are low down snakes. Bitch. I said, come on, Shamea. Come on, Shamea.
Yeah, no,
I just wish Shamea came with it sooner. I just wish she came with it sooner. But I'm also still frustrated because I can tell that a lot of this energy is behind, why aren't you being nice to me? Why can't we just have a conversation? Why can't we just make up? The energy is not coming from, I fucking hate you. The energy comes from, I loved you and you hurt me. Yes. And I wish that she didn't even give Porsha that much. Like, I just wish she didn't even give her that much because Porsha's not giving her nothing.
It's definitely, you take everybody else into consideration except for me. And I always considered you. I always had your back.
And narcissists, that's what they do because they want to make you feel like that. Because usually when they first start doing it, it's very subtle. It's meant to make you try harder to gain their validation. That's what it does at the beginning. But the truth of the matter is they really don't care. And they tell on themselves in those moments because people that really care about you are not going to keep handling you like this. That's why I don't understand why people don't see the way Porsha is. I guess they are that person. That's what I think. I think a lot of times people that can't see Porsha, they are that person in their friend group, their family dynamic. That's why they don't want to admit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, bitches be mean girls. Like, how you don't know about the ice out? First of all, we're all women. We all went to high school. We all had family and cousins and like, girl, give me a fucking break. You know what it is when a bitch got you in a room full of people and they talking around you, not talking to you, ignoring you when you say shit. Oh, girl, come on, bro.
Girl, I just stopped fucking with a Porsha last year, and I could see that shit so clear. But the difference is, it wasn't 10 years that she had to play at my face. She had one instance. Like, everything was kind of like, I have a feeling this is off. And then I was like, yeah, you'll never hear from me again. Gave her nothing. Yes. Let me read this. So this is from Max. Max says, Phaedra just threw shade to Kelly in a new Instagram post.
Oh my God.
I'm going to try to find it.
Why are you wearing that lady everywhere, Belush? You know she having all these problems in her life right now, Phaedra. God damn.
Right.
Amina says Porsha was so passive aggressive with Shamea, calling Shamea defensive with the infidelity rumor.
That shit pissed me off.
You're a bit defensive.
She's the one that threw the alley oop to Angela. Wasn't he? Isn't he married? Doesn't he have a wife? Girl, give me a break.
Yup. Recap of her makeup session with Kelly. I don't know why.
Because we was eating Shamea ass up last season. Why are y'all acting like we not being real?
Exactly.
Thank you. Wonderful One says, get with Giselle about camaraderie and get along with your friends so that y'all can run this show and bring more friends in. Giselle brought her friend back to the show after she got fired. Yeah, but I don't think that's a good person to go to just because Robin is a lapdog. And that's not what I want. He said,
he said, why she doing Kelly like that? She knows she can't afford Instagram.
Dang, that's crazy.
They said, Amina says, but she wanted Pilar to reconnect with Simon, please.
Exactly. And I keep saying that shit. You worried about Shamea, but you wasn't worried about her sitting on Simon fucking lap. A nigga that ran your whole life through the blogs, called you everything but a child of God, called you a dummy, a hoe. He called you all kind of shit.
Good point. Because didn't he start to put her name, according to her, on paperwork illegally or something, or paperwork she didn't know anything about, and you still want to maintain and have a relationship with this man that was potentially going to put you in jeopardy? Let you tell it.
Pilar's
that's crazy.
At the window.
We need Kenya back. I agree, because Kenya the only one who could keep her. I almost said that bitch. Keep that girl frazzled. I don't know these people. I'm getting.
I be able to remind myself sometimes too, because I will be quick to say BIT and hope.
Listen,
for real. No, I gotta pipe down because they ears like y'all playing in our faces, and we've been watching this show since back then. Also, I believe Peaches learned egregious last year.
Oh damn.
She's about to say Destiny swap with Swag. Wait, she's about to Destiny swap with Swag and be on a Country Wayne in a minute. Wait, I don't get it. What does that mean?
She about to be doing skits with Country Wayne. That's what Sway
about to take on whatever Destiny Sway got.
Sway, about to take her Destiny. I tell you one thing though. Word on the curb is that Sway had an old lady that she was with before her and Porsha got together. So it was like they was together one day and the next day she was filming with Porsha and they wasn't together.
I heard it too.
Wait, she was know. Oh, okay. I could see that.
So Porsha stole Sway from somebody too. Like that's Mrs. Steal your girl, Mrs. Steal your nigga. Do you hear me?
Hide your wives, hide your husbands, because they getting there. They fucking everybody out here.
Listen, fuck the guys, she fucked the girls, she fucked them all.
Oh gosh.
And you got the nerve to be pussy watching everybody else. Can you imagine?
That's the thing about it. Like, how is it that you act the ass about people calling you a hoe, but anytime you get ready to insult somebody, your first insult is talking on somebody's puss? Yeah. How you gonna do that?
Candy all the way till now. You wanted to lock me in a dungeon.
You wanted to lock me in a dungeon. I heard that you fucking a pastor and your mom tried to fuck. Why are you worried about who everybody fucking if love wins?
Feeling like y'all, I'm low key feeling like I wonder if Phaedra actually even told Porsha that shit the way Porsha just be coming up with this
about
shit
the pastor. Now I believed her because Porsha agreed, but we got to keep in mind these two have a truce that go deeper than we even fucking know because of
each other.
The candy shit.
Let me tell you something. I'm wondering when the candy shit happened, if Porsha just came up with that shit on the spot, and because Phaedra was mad at Candy, Phaedra just went along with it. That's why she didn't say anything at the reunion. She's never actually said she did that shit. She's never.
Oh, you talking about at the original reunion?
Yeah, I'm talking about the original.
You think that it's a possibility that Porsha lied on Phaedra? Yeah. Back then, and Phaedra, that's a reach.
The only reason it's not a reach when you think about how she does this now. Think about how often she just brings up a complete lie like that out of nowhere, and she just made it up.
So you think Porsha may have been the mastermind? What was it, season 8?
The reason why, because when I think back on it, that cry was so fucking fake, and Phaedra was too quiet, and it just made me feel like. Is there a possibility that Porsha is just straight up fucking lying? And there's a reason why Phaedra decided to take the fall with that situation. I mean, I know it's a slight reach because why would
I would
you?
never be that whole friend again.
No, Phaedra admitted it at that reunion. Remember, they said, yeah, if Phaedra, when Andy asked her about it directly, she never said, I made it up. She said, I repeated what was told to me. That's what Phaedra said. She said, I repeated what was told to me. So I think it happened the way they said.
That validates Porsha, Bondi's point.
You think that it could have been Porsha that
Let
said
me tell you how. If Porsha had a conversation with the producer and a producer turned around and put that shit in Phaedra's head, that's possible. And Phaedra had whatever conversation with Porsha, so Porsha can try and play it up on some. Well, that's what Phaedra told me.
Yeah.
I only repeated what she said.
I think it happened the way that they said. I think it happened. I think Phaedra brought it to Porsha. I think Porsha and Phaedra probably was on some kiki ha shit about it. I think that Porsha brought it up in an argument knowing that the shit was not valid. The same way that all
y'all. Think about the way Phaedra just be, girl, she might want to lock you in a dungeon, girl. And that's because Phaedra was creep like that. So Phaedra would make a creep ass joke like that. And Porsha would know that it was a fucking joke, but would say it to Candy. Yes.
But she said it to Candy to insult because that's the thing that is consistent. The thing that's consistent with Porsha is you say something to her that's factual and hurts her feelings. She gonna say something to you that complete lie, but it's gonna make you look bad.
Yeah,
and she's still doing that to this day.
Yes, that's why Phaedra don't say shit no more. No, she just give you reactions and facials. Yeah, because when she say shit, she get caught the fuck up.
Yes,
and I like her a lot better. This is the most that I liked her since I first was introduced to Phaedra because she ain't saying shit.
But she is saying shit. And that's why I can't really like her. Because during these group scenes on the gang up, she always throwing the alley-oop. To me, it's like they're bouncing an imaginary ball to one another with the things that they say. And then the other people kind of jump in to validate here or there or to ask another question. When they was talking about the George situation, and yes, it was Angela. Phaedra said something and then Porsha said something. Like they were all kind of throwing things into that conversation about George. Oh, is he married? And then Phaedra was also a part. Yeah, he's a lawyer.
Everybody know George.
Everybody know George. She always comes in to validate whatever the fuck Porsha says. It does feel like it's not based off truth anymore. And it feels like just something she does for Porsha for some reason that we don't really know. But it seems she's repeatedly going along with Porsha's lies.
I have to write down because I don't want to forget. It's two things I want to highlight. One was Porsha, as I'm thinking in my head about a scheme that P came up with the bullshit. 1 minute, Phaedra sitting on the phone running her damn mouth to Pinky. Then you get your ass in Pinky's, to Shamea about Pinky. But then you get in a restaurant and say, well, she doesn't like me. Where the fuck you get that from? You was just talking to her all day. Then that's another indicator. Well, bitch, we finna start with you. You finna be on the outs a little bit. Then I was thinking about when Pinky was defending Shamea back in Texas and everybody over exaggerated her aggressiveness, talking about the cast. To me, as I look back on it, that was their way of letting her know to put the gun down. Stand down, because we finna get on her and that's just what it's finna be. We don't need you to be over. We don't want her to have too many people to defend her. And I didn't realize it at that time. I just thought we was over exaggerating on her aggressiveness, but they needed to make her feel like that so she could dial it back and kind of show up how she's been showing up lately, but she will speak up as needed, you know?
Because she ain't no punk for real, but she still want to do this lightly because she want this check. And it's important to stay in the middle to come back next season. Damn. Did we just Agatha Christie that shit or what?
I think so. We said
unlock the code right quick. Listen, don't put us on the case.
Right. They were sisters in this back in season 8. If you
no, bro, that lying shit, that pattern, that my pattern recognition started going off.
I was like, yep, gotcha. Because this is the same shit. This is the same
shit. And then even the cadence, like the way she says it, she's always smiling when she says it. That's another character flaw shit. Like, you know, you doing something, you know you lying. You know you doing something bad and you smiling and keep from laughing because you're like, you feel like I'm about to get away with this shit. Bro, that shit, and you know you pissing the person off by saying it. It's so childish.
Yes. Okay. We got one last topic to get into. The final topic that I wanted us to talk about is this Stefan Diggs case. I saw somebody at the beginning of the live say they wanted to take a shot every time Bondi. Honestly, I feel like over the last couple of months, it's been me calling everybody gay. It ain't really been Bondi. It's been me. It's been me. But okay, so couple quick facts about what's going on. I just seen the pictures, and Cardi B has been online talking about this as well, even though she's not even with Stefan. So Chris Griffith is a stylist. He is Stefan Diggs' stylist. He filed a civil lawsuit in May saying that Stefan drugged him, sexually assaulted him, and caused physical and emotional injuries to him. Stefan Diggs has denied all of this. They're on trial right now, and Griffith produced what they wanted over 100 pages of text message and DMs as a part of the discovery process. Some people are like falsifying texts and stuff online. Those are not said to be true. We don't know what the texts and DMs are. But Stefan Diggs' team requested that some of the stuff be left out of the discovery. So that's calling into question, did this sexual assault happen? Is Stefan Diggs gay? It's an active, ongoing thing. So it's different things happening every day. I don't know how much he was asking for. How much was he asking for? It's a couple million, right?
I don't know if they said. I read that wasn't. He just denied to make the deal, but I wonder what the settlement was with his brother, because he did get a settlement with the brother.
Yeah. So, and they said that that's allegedly because the brother had whooped his ass. Now, there are two different theories on this. The one theory is that what was you gonna say, Bondi?
He didn't just whoop his ass. He specifically that him and three of his boys beat him up in the elevator in his apartment and stole his shit. And then they accused him of stealing.
Wow. So the one piece of it, people was thinking that this was Stefan's boyfriend. Chris Griffith posted these pictures of them just this past week. Pictures of them kicking it. And people are like, oh, that was your whole boyfriend because y'all got so many pictures together. But this, then again, don't mean nothing. I just do think that it's real interesting that you're going to post all these pictures with him and y'all are in trial right now. I don't understand. He says, too worried about bitches and fashion, missing preseason action. Please leave me alone now and let's await trial before a judge and jury. So, on the one end, people are saying this was his boyfriend. On the other end, people are saying that the Chris Blake Griffith guy is a weirdo and that he's basically trying to essentially blackmail him legally for some money. Cardi B hopped on whatever space it is in Twitter. You know, the rooms where people be talking.
There's a lot of fucking pictures, bro.
Yeah, they was homies. Look at this comment. Me if my nigga ever tried to deny me. So yeah, people are.
There's dick in the phone.
You said what?
There's dick in the phone. So you mean to tell me if I open the phone right now, they're gonna have dick in the phone? There's dick in the phone.
Well, possibly. Cardi B is saying she feel bad for Stefan, and she's saying that this Chris Blake guy is a weirdo, and that this is the type of shit that'll make somebody want to off themselves because of the stuff that is coming out that's not true. And some people are like, well, of course you gonna defend him because you just left Offset, had a baby by him, and you don't want to look dumb. So of course you're not gonna want people to think that you had a baby by a man that's DL. Of course you're gonna defend him. But really nothing additional has come out from the case. It's still in trial. So what do y'all think about this? Do you believe that Stefan sexually assaulted him, drugged him, and that they potentially had a relationship? Or do y'all think that this is a money grab?
The first thing I want to say is that I just don't think that makes any sense. Of course, you're going to defend him because you don't want it to seem like you didn't have a child by a man that's DL. That doesn't make Offset any less DL. I mean, like,
Wait,
I'm
you
so
said
confused
Offset?
by that. I'm just comparing the two. Like, just because this guy has like this whole lawsuit and stuff going on, and people are trying to connect it to them being sexual or whatever, does not mean that Offset wasn't one himself. You just don't want to seem
people
like
are saying that that she got a lot of flack for leaving her marriage and having a baby by Stefan. So it would be even worse for her to leave the marriage and then end up having a deal baby daddy. Like, hee hee ha ha, this shit definitely didn't work out.
But I'm saying, who said the first baby daddy was in DL?
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's crazy. It's like, and they neither one of them was no better, because even if he's not DL, like, they still was hoes. Like, at the end of the day, like,
everybody jeans tight. Everybody,
everybody. But I would say, I would like for Cardi to not stick her neck out, because I just don't feel like, I never see him stick his neck out.
The way she sounded on that voice. First of all, did y'all see that there's another lawsuit?
With who?
Girl, his driver. I mean, well, I don't know. It was a chauffeur that was in charge of his transportation. One of his cars was being shipped and the car got stolen. They blamed him, and then he sent his brothers to beat him up and rob him, I think. And so this person, even though the guy said I didn't do it, I low-key feel like the brother and them like stole the fucking car and just blamed the chauffeur so that they can get the insurance money. That's low-key what I think. I'm not sure, but it seemed like the brother Derez is on nigga shit for real with his 3 homeboys. It's always Derez and his 3 homeboys. It's the same type of shit that they did with Chris. I really do think that he put something in Chris's drink and then exposed himself, because normally that would work. I think Chris might have felt like, son, if you wanted the bump, we could have bumped. You ain't have to put nothing in my drink, or however that went down. I'm not exactly sure, but that could be, or it could be something else that happened behind the scenes. That
I want you to hold on to that thought, because there is a statement that was circulating on TikTok, not saying it's true or not, but the statement was that Chris Blake said in court that he was going to respect Stefan's sexuality. So I don't know what that could mean anything. But that's a statement that I saw on like 2 TikTok videos today, was that he was going to respect his sexuality. So that could mean that Chris Blake tried to come on to Stefan, or it could mean that Stefan tried to come on to him and he was cool with it and it was something that they weren't going to talk about. Like, who knows? I don't even know why sexuality would be. Nah, I know why. There has to be a conversation.
Yeah, no. Even them standing here next to each other. Also, I heard Chris wrote a succinct ass fucking statement after Stefan said, "Oh, put the text messages out." Nigga, why would I put the text messages on the internet when I just gave them to the court? That's who I needed to give them to. What are you talking about? When he basically told that nigga, let the courts handle it. And then what did come out is all of these pictures I didn't know about. Yeah, bro, it's not looking good. And now you got another lawsuit by another employee saying another situation with your brother in them hoodlums. I don't know.
Is this the same man? Because I heard of Stefan having a case with an alleged male victim years ago. This ain't the same one, right?
I don't know. I heard he's had one. Somebody said this ain't his first go round. He's had lawsuits before. He's a hothead. I mean, he a football player. I don't understand why everybody be acting like football players a lot of the times are not violent and are not like raised to be stupid and violent. Follow instructions from only the people you respect. Everybody that's beneath you, they're not deserving of your respect. You could buy them. They don't matter. So if you want to fuck them, you don't really respect anybody's autonomy, because you think that people just want to fuck you. So you'll do some shit like what the dude said he did, thinking that he was going to go along with it, hanging with him and thinking that eventually you was going to be able to pull a rabbit out the hat and everything was going to be cool. And it just seemed like, the dude might have been like, yeah, nah, I don't like the way you came at me. And then you had, I think, even if he would have rejected you or something like that, but sending them people to jump him and then them having the video of it, the elevator video and all of that, like, This don't look like, you could believe your old man, Cardi. And I'm so confused as to why she was like, I've never seen a man be obsessed with another man like that. I'm like, you haven't? I feel like you haven't been paying attention then. Because niggas are very obsessed with each other out here.
Zach and Bryce. But yeah, I don't know. I guess we're just gonna have to see. Do y'all even think anything will come out from this? Like, when I say anything, let me just cut to the chase. The thing that everybody is interested in knowing is if the drugging and the sexual assault is true, so then they can say whether or not Stefan is bisexual. Do you think anything will come out regarding that?
Yeah, probably. If it's, I mean, the boy won't take it to trial. So that means that shit gonna come out in that paperwork. Whatever's talked about is gonna eventually come out in that paperwork. And then it'll eventually hit the blogs, I'm sure. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But it definitely feels like something gonna come out because there's too much smoke around for it to not be no fire nowhere. Like, I know everybody won't think that, everybody's always trying to grab money from you, but y'all should also understand that some of these niggas are unhinged. Just a taste.
Yeah, I don't know. It's possible.
Absolutely. I mean, either way, it's possible either way. Son could be lying, he could be, but another person. And then but I don't care if the chef was actually able to prove everything or not. I think that you choked her up in that moment, and just because she couldn't prove it, don't mean it didn't happen.
She was crazy as hell too.
For Chris's sake, he better hope something comes out from it, because if not, that defamation lawsuit is going to go through.
Yeah.
So he better hope so come out.
Yeah. But I mean, it does seem to be like a pattern at this point with things happening around baby bangs over there. That nigga, every time they post him on the blogs, they're so shady. One of the posts I saw today, they had that nigga with them fucking eye patches on. And I'm like, why y'all use that picture?
Yeah, the blogs are getting way more shady now, especially that no skip tea. Shady as fuck.
Oh yeah, nah, I can't fuck with them. They did a post one time. I like, yeah, I can't be up over here. I seen it. I'm like, yeah, I can't. I'm gonna go back over to it's on site as it's fucked up as I'm gonna get.
Yeah.
Some of y'all be doing a little bit too much. I can't trust y'all. Okay. But yeah, nah, it's funny over there though. It's entertaining, but I feel like I can't use you for no real content like that.
Yeah. Well, we're going to see. We hope y'all enjoyed the show tonight. Like we said, we will be doing another live show in Atlanta on September 26th. Get your tickets. The link is in the description. The link is also on all of our social media accounts. Look us up on Eventbrite. Be sure to like the video, comment